steps up. Ricketts is at the high point. Jones. Aromaterio has a lane. Nicholas Aromaterio, the shot. Scores! Holy jumping! The Italian stallion puts the puck in the back of the net. Mamma mia, Nicholas Aromaterio! So to keep it in and does. Callum Jones for Potts. At the blue line, kept in by the skate of Thomas Maya. Maya. Down low on the half course, he swings out in the slot for Potts. Kyle Potts has it, hangs on, now he shoots, scores! Holy jumping! How do you do? Kyle Potts puts the puck in the back of the net. Blades block that shot, and coming the other way is Alton McDermott. He's in on the breakaway, scores! Holy jumping! His grandfather, Paul Henderson, must be ecstatic about that one because Alton McDermott just scored his first career Buckland Cup final playoff goal. Has been pulled. The Dukes are in the Oakville zone. Zone salvage. Swung that around. The Blades are trying to tie this puck up. It goes into the corner. The Blades have a chance to get this out. Lions will tie it up. 10 seconds. Gilmore has it at the point. It's in. Tips. Just wide. 7 seconds. It's back in the corner. Ewing's back in. 3, 2, 1. The Oakville Blades. Holy jumping. Blades win. Blades win. Blades win. The Oakville Blades are Buckland Cup champions.
You're watching Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the Oakville Blades play-by-play broadcaster, and joining me now is Jordan Selinger, the Director of Hockey Operations for the Collingwood Blues, and the new appointed head coach of the Collingwood Blues, Rob Bentivegna. Boys, thanks for joining Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk for episode number 10.
Anytime, Fire, just for you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, bud.
Absolutely. And Benti, you said you made some time, no tea time today to be on the show. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, you schedule it long enough in advance, I can leave the tee sheet open for a day.
There we go. I know Jordan had to work, so we have to push sometimes it later, but you're busy golfing, Benti. What a life.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Well, boys, honestly, I appreciate you guys coming on. Obviously, we've had a lot of former Oakville Blades players and staff members slowly coming on as well. We've had Mike Tarantino, obviously your GM in Collingwood, and you guys we were all together in Oakville 2 seasons ago. I guess you can say as well as last year as well on episode 9. And it's really good to see how obviously yourselves, Tino and Cole Crane. I guess Mr. Dixon as well moved from Oakville to Collingwood, and all of you guys still have a relationship. Let's talk about the run with the Blades 2 seasons ago, as we'll start off there. I guess we'll start with yourself, Benti. First year, I believe, 2 seasons ago in the junior A ranks, as an assistant coach with Tino and your friend Ryan Hunter and Mark Edwards and so many more. How was that experience for you? And obviously it capped off with a Buckland and Dudley championship.
Yeah, it was obviously a great first year to have. You can't get much better. Just the group, the way they welcomed me in. I was actually a late addition to the staff just before main camp in August when Garrett Rutledge accepted a job with the OHL. And we had been very familiar with each other through working with the midget program so tightly over the past 5 seasons before that. And it just was a great fit. Obviously, we had a tremendous group of players, a tremendous staff of guys that put in countless hours. And we just gelled really well from the staff right down to the players and all the volunteers and team staff as well. It worked.
And for yourself, Jordan, being with the team, the organization for several years, even before I came aboard with Oakville, what was that run and what did winning in Oakville mean to you?
No, it was pretty special. I mean, obviously, myself being an Oakville kid and kind of growing up going to Blades games and things, to be the GM was a pretty cool thing, and to be able to win it all was even better. So no, it was a special year, a real special group. I mean, obviously we were lucky enough to have a lot of good teams kind of over the years in Oakville. And, but there was just something different about that group. And obviously, we saw with the results and, obviously came up just a little bit short at the very end there, but obviously a run in a year that we'll all remember forever.
And Benty, we find ourselves in the national semifinals in the third period on a 5-on-3, down 2-1. What's going through your mind? You're saying that we're scoring here. We have a chance of really winning and going to the final, don't we?
Yeah, it's a game of opportunities and executing those opportunities. There's so many different circumstances that go in, but our power play was great all the way through the playoffs. It won us some big games in every single series, some tight games that are won by a special teams goal here or there. So you get the opportunity. I think if that unit gets back together for another 5-on-3 in a different semifinal game, I think our chances would be pretty good. But you run into a hot goalie there, Logan Neaton, and the rest is, I guess, is history.
Obviously, you both were with the squad last year, and a different change of ownership, different change of head coach, a new assistant coach coming in as well. But the team still did pretty darn good. And obviously, COVID-19 happened, and we don't know, and we're left with what ifs. Let's start with you, Jordan, as you've been with the team longer. What if the season kept on going on? Because Oakville swept Brantford in the first round. The boys were looking good. A lot of rookies coming in. Could the Blades really have gotten it done last year?
Yeah, I think so. I think with the amount of rookies and guys that we had last year, you saw kind of little blips on the radar where our consistency and that sort of thing maybe wasn't what it was with the year prior. But like you said, through those 4 games against Brantford, we were playing some of, if not our best hockey of the year. And you'd like to think that would have continued in the Buffalo series. And, kind of who knows once you get past Buffalo, if you do get past Buffalo. And obviously, like you said, we'll kind of never know. But, I definitely would have liked our chances going forward.
Benty, year number 1 upcoming for you in the head coach role in Junior A ranks. We'll get to how excited are you and what you're going to expect from your team in year 1 in Collingwood. But let's just start with, obviously, you do have the coaching experience with the Oakville Rangers for several years, obviously with the Blades for 2 years behind the bench as an assistant. How ready are you to take that next step in being a head coach in Junior A hockey?
Well, it's something that I've been working for a few years now, and the people that I've been able to work with and against in the past are the people that you learn from. So I'm very happy and fortunate to be going there with a team that I certainly trust and have developed underneath with Mike and Jordan and Cole there. It's a team that we're all familiar with. We all kind of have our roles. There's no secrets. Everybody can kind of just say what they want on the table. And I'm just very lucky and very excited to have the opportunity.
And obviously, the move is something that maybe it was time for. It depends who you talk to and how you talk about it. But sometimes time runs out for certain people in certain spots. We'll start with you, Jordan. Why choose Collingwood? And was it the best option for yourself at the time that you had to make the decision?
Yeah, obviously it was something that I had to give some thought to. Definitely. Like I said, kind of having a tie to the Blades and the community and everything here. But, at the end of the day, what it came down to was the opportunity to work with these guys again and, build a program up like we kind of did in Oakville and up there. And, the community support and with local businesses and the mayor and everyone's so involved in the team up there. It was just such a huge draw for us and something that, obviously we get good support in Oakville, but nothing to that extent. With basically our guys can be on the ice 2 times a day, and we basically have full run of the rink and, a lot of other different things kind of just on the peripheries there that, we maybe weren't fortunate enough to have. And in Oakville. And it's, like I said, obviously it's an awesome opportunity to kind of get all of us back together and try to make another couple of those championship runs.
Benty, for yourself, sometimes, you always have to look at yourself and what's best for you in the individual aspect. But what did you look for in the move going to Collingwood? Was it a few of the same things that Jordan said, or was there something else that said, okay, maybe it is time to move?
It's a combination of everything. The biggest thing I think was what Jordan touched on was the hockey program that we're able to run and the resources and support staff that we have. It's just unmatched because you can't do stuff like that in the GTA. The ice times, there's too much of the ice times are too precious here in the GTA. You don't have the access to the ice. There's always some sort of tournament, or if it's a firefighter league or policeman league, there's always something going on, and everything's so busy where when you get a little bit 2 hours outside of Toronto there, and it's just, there's more resources. The staff is more invested. The city is more invested in just wanting to see a good junior program and just see these kids succeed and move on.
And obviously, it's going to be year one for both of you in Collingwood. We'll start with you, Benty, behind the bench. What are you most excited for about taking on this next challenge as being the head coach of the Collingwood Blues?
Well, it's just exciting. It's a new opportunity. It's not that you needed a fresh start, but I've lived in the Halton area my whole life, so it's nice to move a couple hours from home and just put together a good program of players that are gonna work their butts off all game for you, every practice, and be able to put your own spin on things. And the coaching style can't change. I can't all of a sudden turn into a guy who's going to be all over the players. I got to keep my same personality and my demeanor, the things that got me here. And I just wish to pass that stuff on to the players and the knowledge that I've gained under the mentors that I've had, and continue to move players on to the next level, whether it's Division I, Division III, OHL, or U Sports, just to try and give these players as much opportunity as they can to play hockey past the age of 20 in their junior careers.
And Jordan, for yourself, I'm going to ask you the same question or so about the excitement, but you're in a bit of a different role. Obviously, I'm sure you have conversations with your owner, President Dave Steele there. What is your director of hockey operations role going to look like? And follow to that, how excited are you for a bit of a new challenge and task?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the biggest thing with this, I mean, kind of from the outside looking in, and the optics be that, maybe I take a little step back or whatever it may be, but really basically the thing that Mike told me from day one is nothing changes. The process that we have internally as a staff with myself and Rob and Mike and Cole, everyone basically, for the most part still has the same responsibilities. And that was obviously a big factor in myself agreeing to come up and join them. So, yeah, I mean, basically my day-to-day is, dealing with OHL teams. I'll probably be running some of our scouting meetings. And, other than that, I mean, obviously there's a lot of the administrative stuff that both myself and Mike will do on the general manager side of things as well.
And obviously, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. And I mean, obviously, like Rob said there, I mean, the one really nice thing about coming into Collingwood is, it gave us the opportunity to kind of go out and build our own roster. Obviously there was players that were there before, but with them not necessarily being the guys that we kind of recruited, it gave us more of a wide pool of players that we could go after. Whereas, if it would have been in Oakville, I mean, there's a lot of returning players, and maybe you get one or two of those guys. Whereas you're looking at right now, I mean, all the young kids that we brought in are going to be real good players, and maybe definitely wouldn't have had the chance to get all of them if we were still in Oakville.
So what you're saying is there's a lot more moves and trades coming from the Collingwood Blues.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, if you've been paying attention, we've done quite a bit so far.
Yeah. You guys have been working hard since moving to Collingwood, but I'm a media guy. I have to throw that out there. Moving forward, the feeling of moving players and all these young kids to the next level. We've talked about it over the years, Jordan, of when we were there, and I want to move to the next level, and you want to move to the next level, and so on and so forth, right? We all do. We'll start with Benty as the head coach now. Obviously, Tino has had several success stories and great feelings of moving kids onto the next level, whether it would be USHL, which is in a way the same kind of level as Junior A and OJHL, but NCAA Division I, NCAA Division III, U Sports, OUA, so on and so forth. Is there really any better feeling other than maybe winning the championship than moving these kids on to the next levels?
Yeah, they both kind of go hand in hand, to be honest. If you're developing and getting better every single day, it usually team success comes from player success and vice versa. It's kind of like which came first, the chicken or the egg. You just have to keep trying to continue to get better, and you study game film, and you study individual habits, and you work with these guys, again, with all this extra ice that we're going to be able to have access to. You don't want to burn these kids out, but maybe it's not going on for an hour session. Maybe it's taking 15, 20 minutes of a kid that's not in school, and you say, hey, you know what, let's work on 15 minutes of you just picking up pucks off your backhand off the boards, because if you look at these 7 clips here, it's showing that might be an area where we need to improve, and we can also improve on our strengths as well. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you can't get better. So to answer your question, I think one comes with the other. If you continue to develop players and move them on, you're going to continue to attract better players. And when you can attract better players, it gives you the best chance to win.
We all want to hit the ice again, and we all want to get going. Jordan, obviously you're more, as Benty's the head coach, you're more involved within, okay, maybe let's talk to the OJHL commissioner, Marty Savoy, and you've had that for years in their relationship, and try to then relay that info to your coaches. Have you heard anything about the return to play? I spoke to Marty, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago now, on the inaugural episode of the show, and he touched upon a little bit and the process. Has there any further updates been created, and can we expect to start on time, or has it really been the status quo?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with everything being so fluid in the situation, it's kind of tough to touch on that. I mean, I think the big thing is that it's going to come down to the regional health authorities to kind of say when you can have X amount of players back on the ice and full team back on the ice and whatever that may be. I mean, I think the one thing that we do have as far as maybe a benefit of being up in Collingwood is, up there, I don't think they've had, too many cases over, I don't even know, the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. So I would say that we're kind of hopeful that, maybe we get the green light in our region up there to have our guys on the ice more than some teams in the league. But having said that, I mean, no one really knows anything right now. And, we're kind of hopeful that if there is a delay to the season, it's not going to be a large delay, and we can get a full season in. And, I'm hopeful that that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, nobody really knows.
When Oakville comes to Collingwood, when Nick and Matt and Fire and Ice come to the Blues Arena, do we have a permanent spot in the gondola or what?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely
I got
not.
to talk to Dave Steele about that one. I mean, depends if we got fans or not. Those are pretty premium seats. We might have to get some fans up there that are paying top dollar. But if not, we might be able to find you guys a spot.
I mean, in this business, I guess I say I'll take it. Listen, guys, since I came to the Blades, and obviously, Benty, knowing yourself for 2 years, Jordan, since you gave me that email a few years ago saying I'm the next voice of the Blades, and it's been great. Obviously, in the previous episode, and we've won together, we've worked together. I'm gonna miss you guys around the rink, and I just appreciate it very much. And instead of colleagues, for me anyways, glad to call you guys my friends, and I appreciate you guys coming on, and best of luck in Collingwood.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Fire.
All right, everyone. Episode number 10 of Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk with head coach of the Collingwood Blues, Rob Bentivegna, and Director of Hockey Operations with the Collingwood Blues, Jordan Selinger, Buckland and Dudley Cup champs of 2 years ago with the Oakville Blades. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Episode 11 and 12 are coming and are on the way, as well as mostly every Thursday night and Instagram Live at 8 p.m. at Mamma Mia, This Is Fire Talk on Instagram. Follow all social media platforms. Once again, Benty, Jordan, I appreciate it. Everyone, Mamma Mia!
Now Davis takes it and looks to come the other way. Davis is in, trying to drive, and he will look to go across. Good play to Davis, though, to get it right back to him. He goes down low to Israels. Centering, it's there! Score! Stevie! Stephen Whittle scores his first OJHL playoff goal for the Oakville Blades. This game is opening up in a big way for both teams. Ricketts centering, what a pass, Israel's breakaway, the move, scores! What a goal for the Alaska Fairbanks commit, the assistant captain, Harrison Israels, with an absolute dandy. Down low to Lyons, Jack Lyons centering, scores! The double jacks combine as that puck popped up like a jack in a box, and it's Jack Ricketts from Jack Lyons. 6-1 on the 40th shot of the game. It's all Oakville.
Collette Smith hits it in. A chance here can develop, but the Blades will look to take it. And Ricketts finds Israels. Breakaway, Israels. A chance, backhand. Rebound. Scores! And the Oakville Blades win it here in Toronto. Blades win, Blades win, Blades win. That was Mamma Mia, This Is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.